recording. All right. Sorry. Hi, Chrissy. See. All right. Just making sure everybody's mute. It tends to have background noise. All right, we have a full house tonight. I'm excited. And it's the first call of the year. Ah, how exciting, you guys. It's a very exciting time. Oh gosh, it's so exciting. Everything going on with our new compensation plan with All Access. So cool. Oh my gosh. The health vet's coming up, and I know that quote unquote is like cut off for people to do it. I'm still gonna be inviting to it simply because people who actually have Shakeology already, right? They've already gotten their possession. They can actually get sample packs from you if you have them on hand. You can mail them like 2-day air. And again, you don't have to actually log in your first Shakeology until Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because you only have to have 5 Shakeologies. So probably going to stop at about Friday, maybe. But I know they said like December something was a cutoff. I'm like, that's ridiculous. People can still get on. So the health vet Super Saturday, you guys, is this Saturday. If you are not going, I encourage you to change your mind. This is the first Super Saturday of the year, and I think there's only going to be 2 or 3 total all year versus, outside of Summit. So you really want to try to get to one. It's I did a video post in Melissa's Richmond group, basically saying this is your business meeting. Like, you have to show up to events. Events are so crucial to get, in front of other people that are like-minded like you, to actually see other coaches and be around the environment, and just the energy in the room is always insane. Try your absolute best to get to one, even if you have to drive a little ways. I'm still hoping I'm going to go to Richmond. I'm hoping the weather will permit. I know there was snow projected here and there, so hopefully that's still going to happen, because I'm really excited about going. So again, if you are not going and you need help finding a location, let me know or post in the team page and we'll find you one. And other than that, it's All Access and everything All Access right now. I was talking with one of my friends, Nicole, artist. She lives here and we used to work together. And she's like, wait a minute, so you get a $70 commission for the $199 challenge pack, right? So we were offering our customers more and we're getting paid more. And I was like, okay, so imagine you help 10 people get on an All Access pass or challenge pack in a month. That's $700. So anyway, the whole point of that is there's a lot of potential for you guys to really have your business explode with this amazing tool that we have with the All Access. So start it, if you are not personally talking to people, definitely want to try to do that. All right, so before I get into the meat of the call, I wanted to go over a little bit of the top volume producers, and they are a little bit higher beginning of the year. I'm at 1,060. Jen Hayes is at 615. Melissa Mays, is she on? I don't think she is. She's at 400, and everybody else is like up there too. So I will try to announce the top 3 in our team page on Thursday, because I'm sure things are going to change between now and then. Let's see. Oh, and I actually found out where the Success Club trip in 2018 is going to be. You're going to find out. Oh, Jen's at 9:15 now. Excuse moi. It's awesome. Gosh, that's awesome. Explosion. So cool. So I found out where the trip's going to be in 2018. So you definitely need to go to Super Saturday to find out, because it's going to be amazing, y'all. It's going to be so amazing. So you got to get there so you can actually see the live announcement. All right. So, all right. So the reason, or not the reason we're having this call, obviously we have a call every Tuesday, but I'm sensing in our new level training that we have, if you guys are not in it and you want to be in it, it's not too late. We're on day 2. So you can kind of jump in if you want to. But I noticed someone who was really frustrated, or, in general, people get frustrated with objections. So I wanted to go over it because, like I said on the post in our team page, it could either drive your business or it could actually derail your business, and it could be a negative thing. And I want you all to know everyone gets them. I don't care if you're Melanie Mitro, if you're whoever, you get objections. And if you don't, then you're not talking to people, really and truly. There are going to be objections, and you've got to accept that there are going to be objections. There are going to be no's, and we always talk about that. But, and honestly, like I said, if you're not getting objections, then you're not talking to people. You want to get objections. You want people to question, say, well, why, or, what is that, or I know, or whatever, because the more of those you get, the more you're going to grow. So basically, not everyone's going to be ready when you talk to them. They're not going to necessarily be at that point in their life where at first they think they want to start something with fitness or an opportunity or something like that. And then you give them the information, you ask a lot of questions, you find out their goals, and then they feel like they're not aligned with what we have. That doesn't mean that they're never going to join a challenge group. And that doesn't mean that they're going to never join this opportunity. I think about 90% of people I've ever talked to give me an objection the first time I talk to them. It's usually 5, 6, 7 times of even talking about, challenge group, Shakeology, a program, or even the coaching opportunity before there's a yes. So you want to get the objection because you're one step closer to eventually helping the person, right? So don't get derailed. Don't shut down just because you talk to somebody, you talk to a couple people, and they're like, yeah, no, not right now. It's not the time for me. And then you just shut off. That's where you're going to really, really just destroy your business, because you're not getting over, it's not about you really when you're talking to somebody, it's about them. And that's where you have to kind of change your mindset and still continue to have a relationship with them and still have conversations with them and still, be there for them. Just because they're not ready and it's not their time doesn't mean that it's not going to be their time in a month or a year or 2 years or 3 years. So, so what happens when you shut down or you actually get negative about people saying, well, I don't have the money, I can't afford it, or I don't have the time, or my husband says that I can't spend the money, or whatever their objection is. And then you move on to the next person and you have this mindset, you've got this, frustration and this, negativity about everything with your business, and you start talking to people with that. You just talked to somebody else who gave you an objection, and you tried to handle it and it didn't work out. You go to the next person and you talk to them, and it's coming across as people sense when you're feeling a certain way. So let's see, I've tried to make a lot of notes so that I didn't miss anything here, but becoming emotionally attached to the response or the outcome. You can't be emotionally attached to that. You can present what we have with the opportunity or a fitness program or Shakeology, and you can give them, all the information and ask them lots of questions to find out their goals and all that good stuff. And in the end, it's their decision from there, whether they're ready or whether it's time for them. And then if they're not, it's not about you. It's not you did something wrong or your business sucks or whatever like that, okay? It's really not. It's time to just talk to somebody else and then find out if it's right for them. So, all right, moving along here. So let's go over a few ways to overcome some objections. I really, really like some of these things you probably actually felt yourself before maybe you signed up to do a challenge group. Maybe your coach reached out to you and you said, or they said, would you be interested in joining me, da, 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 and you're like, I'm not spending that kind of money on a bag of powder. I'm not. You probably felt that way at one point in time, right? I'm not spending that much money on a DVD. I can burn that, right? All these things that you've probably felt, the person you're talking to may be feeling. So this is where you can say, oh my gosh, I so felt the same way before. So I totally get where you're coming from. But what I found was this bag of powder is like gold. And it like helps me with whatever it is that it helps you with. And I found that psychology. Yeah, so I'm struggling. Do I have to drink the Shakeology? You don't have to do anything. But what I found that it maximizes your results. So I don't think you really want to go into this challenge just kind of half-assing it. I'm just saying you probably want to do the nutrition part because it's about 75% of it. Because I understand where you're coming from. It's the feel, felt, found. That is when people are like, you don't want to be defensive when they say, oh, no, I don't want to. And you're like, well, you need to, but, actually relate to the person and say, I really felt the same way. And then I found that, whatever you found. So that's really, really something you can use to basically relate with the person and then share with them the reason why it would benefit them because of whatever reason, or even like finding out their goals. So when you are actually doing like this 5-step process of asking people, what are your goals? You wanted to lose 20 pounds. Okay, so how would you feel if you lost the 20 pounds? What would it do for your life? Blah, blah, blah. So when you find that out, you can say, well, this powder is going to help you with that goal of losing 20 pounds. So it's kind of reiterating the goal when you ask them. So feel, felt, found. And then if the objection, again, is price, that's common, super common. And I felt it. I had the same objection when I first, when I saw the challenge pack. The first challenge pack I bought, I think it was Brazilian butt lift, I think. So I had already P90X and Insanity that I had gotten from eBay and Craigslist. So when it was time to sign up the coach, I think it was the Brazilian butt lift because it was the cheapest one. So I was like, okay, I'll get that one because it's $140. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's kind of expensive. But really, in the reality of things, we know the value of what we have, the value of having a trainer in your living room whenever you want them. This is like one of those things where you're like, let me kind of break it down for you. Having a trainer at your fingertips, hey, you, Sean T, in my living room right now. Oh, okay, he's in my living room right now. That's so freaking cool, right? Oh, and you know what you get? You get a meal within this pack. Every single day, you're going to have a super healthy meal, and you're going to have a meal plan that is like basically from a nutritionist. So if you break it down, you're probably going to spend $140 versus about $700. Otherwise, all that other stuff, the trainer, the meal plan. So you know what I'm saying? Like breaking it down for people to understand the value is overcoming the objection. And then once you realize what you're getting and you share it with energy and passion and excitement, then usually people kind of understand, okay, you're right. But I'm going to be honest with you, the All Access Challenge Pack, I've gotten like hardly any objections at all. It's insane. You're like, oh, really? That's all it is? So that's really to our advantage right now. So anyway, like I had said with the mindset, when you do hear a no or an objection, don't shut down and just say, oh, this isn't for me. Nobody wants to do this. oh, it's just stressing me out. I just can't take another. Really, guys? Like, you're just embrace the fact that you're going to get them. So when they come, you're expecting it, and it's like, okay, right? So this is where your personal development comes in. If you're not doing it, you're going to get frustrated. You're going to get ticked off. You're going to you're going to not want to do this anymore, because you do get some, feedback sometimes that you don't want. In a perfect world, every single person you talk to would say, yeah, sign me up. But in real life, that doesn't happen anywhere. You don't go to a shoe store, walk in, and purchase a pair of shoes every time you walk in, right? Or a department store. You don't walk in and buy every handbag that's in there every time you walk in, right? So it's the kind of the same thing. The store owner doesn't get, oh my gosh, that person walked out of my store and they didn't buy a single thing. I'm shutting the door. I'm never opening it again, right? So kind of a comparison. So again, if you're going into conversations and you feel a certain like negativity or deflated or whatever, people are going to sense that. So you need to make sure that you are uplifted and energetic and excited and happy when you're talking to people. So it's not a bad idea to read some personal development before you go in talking to people, just to kind of make sure that you've got a great positive mindset going in. So let's see. Okay, so this is another thing. If someone does give you an objection, whether it's price, time, whatever it is, ask them. Come out and say, hey, it's fine. I understand. We went over the reasons why you absolutely can't do it right now. Would you mind if I followed up with you a couple months from now to see if the time is right for you? So you're actually asking them, do you mind? I mean, like, I know you initially wanted to do this, but right now it's just not going to work. Maybe in the future it will be. So would you mind? So right there, if they say, they most likely are going to say, yeah. They're not going to say, no, I don't ever want to hear from you again. Usually they're going to say, yeah, that'd be great. So if you're using a calendar, I highly recommend that you do some way, shape, or form. Write it down. Say, okay, I'm going to check in with Fred a month from now, and I'm going to ask, and I'm just going to say, this is what we talked about, and go back to Fred and say, hey, you said last month was not a good time for you. I just want to check in. How's life? Is now a better time? Maybe you are in a better situation where you can start working on your fitness or whatever. And just using, the prior conversation and just showing that you care. Just because somebody gave you the rejection and said no doesn't mean you never talk to them again and never ask them to join you again, right? So you want to show that you actually do care about their well-being and that you do care that they actually do get on their health and fitness journey. Just because they said no doesn't mean don't ever follow up. So asking for the follow-up, and then in the meantime, keeping the relationship, right? Still continuing to talk to them about life, about their kids, about, just saying, hey, I saw you just did this, went to Hawaii or whatever. I was just seeing how your trip went. I mean, just legitimately, genuinely caring about their well-being in life and just saying hello, right? And then eventually they may want to come around, or they just maybe be your friend, right? So just continuing the conversation. It doesn't always have to be about Beachbody or their health and fitness, because it seems like usually when you check in with them, the first thing they want to say is, I really do need to get back on to train. I really do need to get motivated. I really do need to work out. And you're like, oh, I'm just not even checking in about that. I'm checking in to see how you are. Like, sorry, but let's see. What else do we have here? And I think we said it a couple weeks ago, going for the go for no mantra. Go for no. Go for those objections. Go for it, because that means if you're getting the no's and you're getting the objections, that you're talking to enough people. I know 100% in my soul that we as coaches do not talk to enough people. We rely on social media and we rely on attraction marketing to help people to come to us. And I think there was a statistic that said maybe 3% of your friends actually even see your post. that's scary almost, because if nobody's seeing your stuff and you're spending all this time posting and you're not actually having one-on-one conversations with people. So go for that no. Go for the objection. Go for people to give you objections and know that it's inevitable. And again, I did a video in our team page, gosh, it's probably been a year now, to where people do shut down. We take it so personally when people give us objections, and I understand it because you want it for them, and maybe they don't want it for themselves enough, but then at the same time we're being rejected or having objections, and from there we're like, yeah, no. But I want us to embrace it and know that the no or the objection is not always going to be forever. And I love Sarah Robbins, who has the book, The Rock Your Network Marketing Business. She uses the analogy of a coffee server who walks around and says, hey, would you like some more coffee? And like has the coffee in her hand. And if the person says, no, I'm good right now, does she like crawl in a corner and like bury her head and say, I'm never asking anyone if they want coffee again, right? No. So, let's see. So I love that analogy because we do take it so personal, and it's so not about that. So let me do a little screen share real quick, because I'll actually listen to 2014 Summit Overcoming Objections video, or not video, what was the video? With Tanya Margaret and Mike Ryan. And they did a couple, it was like an hour long, but I did a couple screen shares. Let's see. I got a lot of screen shares. Let's see. Here's one of them. Okay, so the top objections, really and truly: money, time, fitness level, I'm not fit enough to do what you do or whatever. Spouse, not approving. Sales, I'm not a salesperson when people are talking about the opportunity, which obviously most people who do this are not salespeople, thankfully. And then that this is a pyramid thing. So these are the top objections, and they are very, very, very true. So it's kind of going over and finding ways to overcome these. And they're actually, if you go into your online office under news and training, there is a tab that will go over some of these things that you can kind of like go back to the person and say, well, this is, whatever, kind of give you something to go back to them on for whatever their objection is. So you can use that. Also, the good, bad versus the bad. Okay, so validate and overcome. That's kind of where I was saying the feel, felt, found. Validate their objection. Don't make them feel stupid about their objection. Make them understand you understand it. Validate it, and then how you overcame it versus getting defensive and getting mad at them. The 5-step process, which is again is in your online office, to inviting versus not having a plan. So instead of going into a conversation and not having an actual plan on what you're going to say, you can use the 5-step process, which is pretty awesome. I know that when I first started, I used it like a book. Going in posture-wise, going in very confident, excited, energetic, versus going in and having no confidence in what we have and that sort of thing. Using a story versus telling facts and convincing. So this is where you can say, use your story, whatever it is. I was able to have more energy, or used to not be able to sleep well, now I can sleep, and whatever your story is, versus saying, oh, well, Shakeology has 70 superfoods and one of them is whatever, like giving all this factual information that people were like eyes glazed over, like, I don't care, I don't even know what that means. Using heartfelt stories and relating your story to their story. So All right. So asking questions versus avoiding conflict. Instead of saying just letting me know and convincing the person. This is big. Asking questions. I'm going to get out of here because I can't stand not seeing your faces. Asking questions. So when someone says they're interested in challenge group or whatever it is, don't just say, okay, well, what program do you want to do? Here it is. Here's the link. Da, 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 da. This is where you dig deep into the person. Well, what are your goals? And they'll tell you, well, I want to lose 20 pounds. Okay, well, why do you need to lose 20 pounds? Or, what would make you, sorry, I was sidetracked there. So what kind of fitness are you currently doing? And they'll tell you maybe nothing, something, blah, blah, blah. And then you ask things like, well, in the past when you were doing fitness things, what was something that you actually stuck to, you enjoyed? And that way I can, better help serve you into what program you're going to do. And then you ask about their nutrition and you continue to dig into the person and find out what's really, really, really going to serve them versus just getting a couple things and just let me know, here's the link. Engaging with the person and then really, truly asking a lot of questions is really a lot. I don't know. There's something about just finding out and digging in. Why is it going to make you feel better if you lose 20 pounds? How's it going to, better your life? That sort of thing. And so again, once it comes to an objection, you'll be like, okay, well, that's great because this program is going to actually help you with XYZ. It's going to help your life improve. It's going to give you more energy. It's going to make you feel the way that you told me you wanted to feel. So digging into the person's why and how they feel is really, really, really big. And I remember that was a big one when I first started coaching. It was always, I remember seeing the, and it was a different training then. It was called, what was it called? It wasn't called Coach Basics, whatever it's now. Something else. And it was like, don't skip this part. Don't skip the part of finding out why and asking the questions. Those are the key. So, and the more you do it, the better you get. So it's not like you don't, it takes a little time to get used to it and like actually feel it, Let's see, there's some posts in here. I always forget, the referral. Follow-up. Fortune in the follow-up. Yeah. But what I'm finding lately, seriously, and this is why I think it's important to always ask for the referral. They say no is what it meant. Gotcha. Is, again, not checking in with the person because they gave you an objection ever again. Because I will tell you about every conversation that I've had in the past, like, month or two. I'll look back at all the conversations I've had with a person, and it's gone on forever before they commit, right? So, and that's okay. The key part is just not to throw in the towel when a few people give you an objection, and because they're going to. And if you ever have like a scenario and you're like, I don't even know what to say to this person after this, post it in the team page, send it to your coach, send it to me or whatever, and we'll like talk through the objection or figure out a way to, handle the objection or whatever. But I guess the key part again is just not to give up on the person and staying connected with them. And like, for instance, thought I had something else. For instance, one of my All Access customers that just signed up, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I was looking back at our conversation. She might probably at this point think I'm psychotic because it was like, hey girl, how you doing? Life, how you doing? Like over and over again. And then I'd say, oh, well, and then I go back to, well, you wanted to do 21-day fix, but now it's actually on sale. Would you be interested in doing it? Crickets. Hey, girl, I just saw you. Crickets. And then, Happy New Year. Oh, hey, Happy New Year to you. And I'm like, really? After all of that? Okay. She goes, oh, now I want to do the All Access. I'm ready now. Like 2 years later, I'm ready now. Oh, yeah. You know what? It took her 2 seconds to sign up for it. after that. But it took all that behind the scenes, but all that talking to the person, checking in with the person, getting crickets from the person over and over and over again before she finally was ready. And now she's like, whew, I'm ready to stay on Shakeology forever. I'm like, okay, wow, that was a tough one. But okay, so just know if you're going through all of this, everyone does. Everyone does. It's just the people who stick with it regardless of all that are the ones who are going to really move forward with this business. And the fact that you're all on this call tonight means that you want that. So be here a year from now, and then another year from now, another year from now, doing all the same things and getting those objections and handling them and still going for it and trucking along. So I think that's it. Y'all have any questions? I know this is a big one, and I know that, again, it is one that derails people, makes people just give up. Questions, comments?
Natalie, I have a question.
Yeah.
That's not entirely an objection, but you get somebody who is in a conversation, you're in a conversation with them, they're all on board, they want to join, they want a challenge pack, and you say, okay, well, just, here's, and then nothing. They fall off completely. Gone. So not entirely an objection, but yeah, I'm all in, and then they disappear.
Yeah, I think it's probably more
exactly, Billy.
Yeah, that's probably more common than getting the objections, I think. Is getting the crickets in the end. So sometimes I just want to go back to them and like say, hey, I know you were interested. I just wanted to make sure that, number one, if you said you wanted it all in, and I never saw the transaction go through, and I'll make sure that it would process properly. So just let me know if you did. If you didn't, no worries, and there's no pressure at all. But I just wanted to know if it did. Just kind of like asking, just coming right out and asking. And then from there, they still don't give you crickets. And Jen had a good one. She said, do you want to share what you had said that it's not, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I can pull up the exact wording. But I started doing this recently, and it's eliciting responses from people. I don't know. I'm not going to look for it right now. But basically, I'm just reaching out to people and being like, hey, I know you're really busy, but you had mentioned that you wanted to join my challenge group or whatever, or you were interested in 21 Day Fix or whatever they said to you. I'm getting ready to get my group together now. But, if you're not interested at this time, then I'm going to focus on people who are. If I'm wrong and you are interested, let me know, because the group is starting whenever. You know what I mean? It's just using this takeaway method, because I was listening to his personal development. I posted him on the team page a couple, like last week maybe. But he talks about the takeaway method, and basically like when people think you're taking something, like if they think that you need them, then they're going to be more likely not to respond. But if you take something away that they actually do want, then they're going to have more of a response. But obviously be nice about it. I mean, don't be like, hey, you don't want to do it, so I'm going to focus on other people. It's more of a, but letting them know that, like, look, I really want to help you. If the time is right for you, great. If not, I need to focus on the people who are ready to start now. If you do want to do this, just let me know. Otherwise, I don't want to bug you. So, and just kind of leave it at that. And usually they'll just come back and be like, you're not bugging me, but, Christmas was really hard on us this month, and I just can't afford it right now. And then I'll always say, well, can I check back in with you next month? And 9 times out of 10, they say, yeah, please do. So, but I always ask, that's 2 things I always do though. I always will follow up and just try to elicit some kind of response for them. Sometimes I'll even just say, not even doing the takeaway method, I did this for a while, I'll just reach out and be like, hey, I really don't want to pester you. Just let them know, like, you don't want to be a pest. You're not trying to be a pest. But, the group is starting up, and, I want to make sure you get your stuff in time. Are you interested? Are you still interested? If not, I can follow up with you next month, type thing. But always ask if you can follow up next month, because then that gives you a reason to go back too.
So Karen asked when sneak peek. We're doing it I hate to do it on the 16th because it's a little bit later. I like to do them earlier, but it kind of coincides with our new level training. So it's scheduled for the 16th through the 20th. You know what, though? We should do a live one. Maybe I'll do an hour one on maybe Sunday the 8th, the hour one. I liked the live one. Yeah. So I'll plan on the 8th for the hour live one. So if you want to start inviting to that, go for it. Otherwise, the week-long one's going to be the 16th to the 20th. And again, it kind of coincides with the new level training. But yeah, I'm glad you asked. And then Jen says, I'm sorry if I offended you. It wasn't my intention. I think that one was I think Bonnie Engel says that kind of thing. Kind of like, sorry if I offended you. I think that's her. I think that's who did that. But yeah. But gosh, it's crazy though how even I do anyway, we'll get a message from somebody and I'll see it and I'll get distracted and I don't go back to, like, for instance, like other network marketing companies, I get hit all the time. Oh, cool. Bonnie's going to be at your Super Savvy. Awesome. That's right. I saw David post about that. So I get, people from skincare to leggings to makeup to all this different stuff. And they'll send me a message and I want to be respectful to message them back. But so many times, like, I'll see the message and I get distracted and then I don't respond. And I'm like, oh God, how many times that happens to us? So I know it's human that it happens to us. And again, I've said this before, like how many people are looking at their phones, and this is terrible, at the stoplight or like somewhere where they see a message and then like, oh, gotta go and like drive or whatever. So don't take those crickets personally because life happens. Kids get sick, work gets busy, whatever.
Sometimes people really have something like huge, like their parents in the hospital or like things that you never would have thought. Like people will come back and say, I'm so sorry, I didn't get back to you. You just never know what people are going through. And, that's why you just have to keep following up because while right now, even though they said 2 days ago they want to join, like their dishwasher could have broken and now they have to buy a new dishwasher. They'll have extra money. I mean, things happen all the time. So I just continually check in and try to find out like what's going on too. So that, I don't know, you could be a shoulder to cry on or something too, just building relationships.
Yeah. What else? Questions, comments? Talk about something else? Anything? So this year, it just kind of hit me before this call. I want to start like a success club, like a club, like an actual club. I know we have success club, but like a club to where our team is a part of, like, I don't know, like I want to attach something with it, like prize or something special because I feel like we should all strive and not give up every month and make it happen because right now it's just helping 2 people with All Access. So, and I know you all want to help people and grow your business and that sort of thing. So I'm going to figure something out. I'm going to figure something out to where we're all going to do it. We're all going to hit Success Club and we're all going to help people and grow our teams. I was telling, again, Nicole, she's not on, I don't think, about how amazing it is right now, the time for people to join Beachbody with the incentives and with, with help. I don't know, like it's mind blowing. She was like, oh my gosh, seriously, like All Access is like a game changer. So I don't know. I just want more people to join us. And again, if you need help with inviting to that, again, the new level training has a lot of scripts, and I think they're all pretty much in our team page. So if you need help with inviting to that also, then let me know. Anything else? Who else?
Natalie, I'll ask a really random question if I can.
Of course.
Is there anywhere to know, this is my first month, or last month was my first month getting customer leads. And it seemed like everyone, when I looked up their order, I swear everyone was different. Is there a way to know like exactly what they got or what they, or are they just all random trial memberships and that sort of thing?
You'll actually know usually when you hit Success Club 5, you'll get customer leads. That could be free customer leads. They could have purchased something through Beachbody, through the infomercial, even like P90X, infomercial, Insanity, 21-Day Fix, and they're assigned through the lead program. So it is kind of like different places. When it's when you get a Success Club lead, which is Success Club 10, you get actually paid for that lead. So you actually see what they got. So if they got a challenge pack or Shakeology or Ultimate Reset, something like that, you'll actually see it because it's a paid lead. So you actually see what it is. But sometimes it might be a free membership, sometimes for the 5. So yeah, it is. It's just the leads come from all over the place. So it is kind of hard to just, decide or figure out what it is. So usually I'll just send an email and say, hey, I'm your coach. I've been assigned to you. I just, want to check in and hopefully connect with you on Facebook. And I wanted to know which program you're doing, kind of how can I help you with your goals, sort of thing. But, and sometimes they come back, sometimes they don't, and it's okay because when they do, it's amazing. And, some of our coaches have come from the leads, some have, or like some of my closer friends. So it's really cool. And you just never know what you're going to get. So yeah, there's not really any way for well, sometimes, I don't know. It's just random. It is random.
Okay. Thank you.
I hope that answered your question. I just got a lead a couple of days ago from someone who ordered 2 Ultimate Resets. Like, oh, that's cool. Like $87 commission or something. Like,
I had a girl order 2 bags of Shakeology the other day.
Yeah.
And then someone else ordered a bag on HD, so I'm hoping I'll get a point from her.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Of course, the girl who ordered HD put do not contact on her email, so I can't even reach out. That drives me crazy.
Oh, let's see. If anyone signs up All Access, do you make $70 commission? If they sign up for the All Access Challenge Pack, yes. If it's All Access, the All Access on demand without the Challenge Pack, it's $40. So it's still really, really good. It's still 40% versus 25%. So that's really, really awesome. And you already like a box of chocolates. But can you only get All Access through Challenge Pack? No, you don't. You can get it through just on demand, Chrissy. And the FAQ is 3012. If you need to go in to get a link, go into 3012, scroll all the way down, and it's got the links for Challenge Pack, for All Access, on demand without Challenge Pack. It's got the form to upgrade your customers, the form to upgrade yourself. It's got how to sign up as a coach. It's got US, Canadian. It's got everything. 3012. It's got everything you need in there. So write that down. I've gone to it a bazillion times since since it's all started. So yeah, so signing up as a coach. Actually, my newest coach signed up just through the regular sign up link and then chose the All Access Challenge Pack. But there is an actual link in FAQ 3012 that they can go. It's going to take them the same way, but just to kind of keep it less confusing, I'm just like, just go through the regular way. But anything else? I know we did vision board last week, and a lot of you posted in our group, and it's so fun to see visions and goals and all that stuff. If anybody else wants to share theirs, feel free, since we are beginning of the year.
All right, I got a question.
Yo.
On my vision board, I want to put it on my phone, but every time I go to put it on my phone, it's like too big. It's bigger than the phone. And I went and I used an app today.
Yeah.
Where I tried to bring it down, and it still fits too fat.
Can you use an app to create it?
Well, I used Canva.
Is Canva an app?
Canva.
Yeah.
The same thing you did it. I just did it through the app.
Oh, I didn't realize there was an app for it.
Yeah.
So when you pull it up through the app, it's still big?
Yeah. I saved it as an image, but yet when I go to save it on my phone, on my wallpaper, you see the middle part of it instead of, everything.
What kind of app? Let's see. Who else uses apps to create pictures and stuff that might work? Only use Photify. That's not going to be a good one.
PicStitch might work, Billy.
Okay.
It's an app. It's free.
I think I used to have it.
PicStitch.
Okay.
I have the Canva app, but I have never tried to do a big image in that. So I don't know why. If you created it in the app, it depends what size you created it for. Like if you created it as a Facebook post size, it's going to be bigger. Like it would need to be for the size of a mobile screen. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I don't know if they have that on there. But you might try, hold on, let me look in Canva real quick. Sorry, I'm like the Canva queen. You might try to do, hold on, what's in here? Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, presentation, Facebook cover, Pinterest. Pinterest is usually longer and skinnier, so that one might work. But I don't see anything on here for a phone size. But, you know what you can do? A lot of times you can do custom sizes in there. Just Google, I don't know what kind of phone you have. Google the screen size for your phone in pixels. And then you can create a custom pixel image in Canva.
So
dimensions, just put the pixel dimensions in there and you should be able to do that.
How would you be able to find what your screen phone is?
Well, just Google, I don't know, whatever your phone is, and then pixel size, screen pixel size or something like that.
Okay.
And it should tell you the dimensions. And then when you go into Canva, I don't know if you could do it on the actual app on the phone, but if you go into Canva on the desktop version, you can type in custom dimensions and you can probably do it that way.
Cool.
And then everybody, JL and see, it said screen share, then uses your wallpaper, pick collage, or photo grid. So those are your other options too.
Yeah, pick collage. I've tried that. I use that a lot. It's too big. I got to go back to resizing it down. What Jen said. I'll try it.
Okay. Cool. All right. So next week we have Joel on our call. So mark your calendar, set your reminder so we can all stare at him and listen to what he has to say.
Really? Really?
Hi. Paul, what? No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah, so get on again. It's going to be awesome. So set your reminders, obviously.
I think Jericho's hair is pretty wild.
Oh my gosh, she is freaking stunning. She is so beautiful. Just like, oh my God. Jennifer Porter made a post today, which I thought was really cool. And she was like, it's really kind of refreshing to see one of the super trainers actually have clothes on. Because, you see Autumn naked, Shalene's usually naked, with sports bras and barely shorts on. So Jericho always has pants and a t-shirt or a tank top. And I was like, you never really thought about that. But it actually kind of is cool to see somebody, or, somebody super fit, not just showing everything. But Yeah. So that was kind of funny.
All right, I got one more question. How do you, obviously you girls probably do this a whole lot more than guys, but, you know, wearing your tights or your leggings or whatever you call them. I mean, I've seen a few guys wear them and it's like, I mean, I don't know. How does that compare to wearing those comparing it to shorts? I'm asking because I mean I was thinking of the running thing. And okay, I know. Just laugh. Go ahead. Just like
I'm
give
gonna
everybody
send you a
something to laugh
pair.
at. Okay.
I will say during the workout, I find them to be more comfortable because I'm always worrying that if I wear loose shorts, I'm going to be flashing everything, even though I'm in my house. Like, I don't know, like this thing. However, you have to take them off after you finish because the sweat will linger and then they start to get itchy. So you have to, don't sit in your workout pants all day like I do.
Yeah, no, you trying to peel them off later, you know. I mean, I got shorts. I got like tight undies under my shorts, you know, to make the shorts slide. I mean, well, you're sweating. I mean, it makes okay.
Oh.
Okay.
What else we got?
Yeah. What else? Next.
What colors everybody wearing undie-wise tonight?
Black.
That reminds me of the girl on The Bachelor last night. What's the girl who doesn't wear underwear say? He goes, I don't know. Like, I don't know either. Like, oh my gosh.
But I'm a dolphin.
Oh, God.
Even my 10-year-old daughter said it was a shark.
Did you see Jimmy Kimmel?
Yeah.
You know, it says it's got fin. It's got the things on the gills. Dolphins breathe air. Hello.
Oh my gosh. Did y'all see Heather's sister? Obviously you did.
Heather's sister.
Heather Foltz' sister's on there.
She is?
Yeah, her name's Brittany. She's a traveling nurse. She's one of the red dresses with short brunette. And when she talked, she sounded just like her. I was like, oh my God, that's so Heather. And her whole actions and everything. Yeah, so you'll have to go back. Well, actually next week she'll be on there because we picked her again. But apparently she doesn't stay on very long, but she is on there. Not crazy. But all right, well, let's go ahead and take our picture. Do we want to do something fun? Crazy? Talk about our underwear? All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, 1, 2, 3. Let's do one more. All right, thank you guys for getting on. I hope tonight helped a little bit with objections. And if you have any questions or you want to ask anything or post anything in the group, let me know, or just post. I don't know, just let me know. And that's it, I guess. And then we'll see you next week and with Joel. And other than that, have an amazing week. All right. Love y'all.